if Jaylen Brown is disgruntled because his name came up when it comes to trade talks, or if he is willing to overlook that and wants to stay here. What's your view of the current situation?
I don't think any of us know for sure, but I would think that he is frustrated by the fact of what else do I need to do to show my, I just helped lead this team to the NBA Finals. I was the best player on the court in green in the finals, and here we go again. Here's my name thrown out there. Now, if I'm him, to me, I should be happy as hell in a way that my name is in trade talks with arguably the best player on the planet when he's healthy, and that's Kevin Durant. But I understand that's not the way he's thinking. He's thinking this is kind of a slap in the face. Jason Tatum's name's never involved in trade rumors. Well, Jason Tatum, to me, is untouchable. Jaylen Brown is not.
Jeff, when you look at this situation, it seems like that the Celtics have kind of always, there's always been rumors about Jaylen Brown, his name being in trade talks. But now it seems like if you want to make your team better, you're not willing to give up Marcus Smart. It seems like Brooklyn is willing to take Brown as long as you could throw Smart into the deal. If you're the Celtics, why are you not making that deal for KD?
Well, you don't need to do it yet. Who are you bidding against right now if you're Brad Stevens? You can play the waiting game, right? Like there's no reason you've got to panic, and that's not Brad Stevens' MO anyway. He's smart, he's calculating. I'm sure Brad Stevens is thinking, you know what? Phoenix isn't in the mix anymore. Who am I bidding against for Kevin Durant? If he wants out that badly, which we'll see if he does at the end of the day, my guess is, when training camp hits and he's thinking about that locker room and walking back in and seeing Kyrie and Ben Simmons every day, maybe he ramps up his trade demands even more. But, I think, again, you don't have to give up Marcus Smart today. You may have to in a month or two. Sean Marks might go back to Brad Stevens and say, hey, you know what? Here's the deal. We're preparing to go back in with our crew unless you throw Marcus Smart in the equation. I think that trade will always be there.
But, Jeff,
to me, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just to that point, don't you think that that's more of a slap in the face to Jaylen Brown? If I'm Brown and I'm saying, wait, so you're fine getting rid of me. Yeah, the whole Jason Tatum thing is there, and a lot of people say he's untouchable. But Marcus Smart, you don't want to part ways with? That, I think, is going to be a dagger to him when it comes to his relationship with Brad and the Celtics.
Yeah, I don't think he's looking at it that way. I think he's just looking at it individually. I can't believe my name's out there again. I don't think he's looking at the rest of the trade. It's just, why is my name out here again? Why does my name continue to be out here? And again, it's different, right? Danny Ainge was a GM prior. Now you got Brad Stevens. This is the first under kind of the current GM regime. And it's real. I mean, it was real. I don't know how real it is right now today, but my guess is it would be pretty real if Brad Stevens called back and said, all right, you know what? I'm willing to put Marcus Smart in the mix.
Would you do that deal? Do you think that the Celtics are a much better team if you do that deal with Marcus?
I'm so torn because I never in my wildest dreams would have thought I would have even thought about this trade. And now I'm thinking about it. And not because, Jaylen Brown's gotten a lot better. And you guys know I was ready to trade Jaylen Brown for Bradley Beal. I have been for 2 years. Okay, so I'm not the president of the Jaylen Brown fan club here, but he's gotten a lot better. But it's more about Kevin Durant. It's more about the questions I have with Kevin Durant, physically and emotionally, right? I mean, he's made some questionable decisions. I'm not sure I want him around Jason Tatum, not on the court as much as off the court right now. He's 34. I get all that. And, he's only played 90 games the last 3 years, but it's more of the trust factor right now of Kevin Durant. And again, I can't believe I'm saying this. And I go back and forth on whether it's the right move to make or not, if you're not including Marcus Smart at least. I still don't know if I'd 100% do this thing because I don't know what Kevin Durant you're getting mentally.
Jeff,
yeah, and I mean, and he's would you call him injury prone? I mean, he's
sure. Sure. He's injury prone now. Yeah, he is. He is. Absolutely.
See, Wiggy's all over it.
Right.
Wiggy wants Durant
I know.
here.
I heard him.
He wants Durant here yesterday.
Well, the reason why I say this, Jeff, is because, all right, you got Durant for 4 more years, and I think Durant is in the point in his career where he wants to kind of prove that he can.
Hey, Wiggy, you got nobody for 4 more years in the NBA these days. Nobody's locked in beyond a year. It's a year-by-year thing.
I understand that, but I don't know if he wants to go down the road of, like, every year he's bouncing around to a different team, and the Celtics are a team that, he knows are going to be good for the next 4 years. You're going to probably, based on this, like you talked about Jaylen Brown feeling disrespected, he's only got 2 years left, and you're probably going to lose him anyways. And if you're Jaylen Brown, don't you want to go somewhere else and prove that you can be the guy who can carry a team?
Maybe. Yeah, you've got 2 years to figure that out, though, right? A lot can change in 2 years. So I don't – whatever Jaylen Brown, however he feels today, is not how he's going to feel in a year and a half when he's going through contract negotiations or anything like that, or deciding whether he's going to stay. Money usually trumps everything, and the Celtics will be able to offer more money than anybody else.
See, I blame Kanye West. As soon as he started hanging out with Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, things turned bad for Jaylen Brown around here.
Yeah. But I will say this. Guys, is the shake my head Twitter response for Jaylen Brown, is that because of the thought of having to play with Kyrie again?
Well, he's hanging out with him.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Wait. I hung out with LeVar Ball for an hour here or there. And then when they sent me to Lithuania for 10 days with him, it's a different deal. Trust me. I was trying to get the hell back as quickly as I could.
So is your guess that this happens or not?
I would say no.
Okay.
I don't think it does. Yeah, I think this from talking to people, this was from a couple weeks ago. And we'll see, but I think the more it settles down, the more you're thinking at this point, if they haven't done it by now, there's a good chance Kevin Durant could at least start the season back in Brooklyn. And we'll see. If the thing blows up, maybe they look at making a deal again. And I think Brad Stevens is in no rush to do anything, because why would he? He's got a really good team in his hands right now. He doesn't have to make a move. He added 2 really good pieces.
Yeah.
Say it doesn't.
In Brogdon, yeah.
Say it doesn't happen with KD. Do you think Jaylen Brown returns next season? Do you think they find somewhere else to put Jaylen Brown?
It all depends on this year, right? It all depends on how things go this year, because this year is going to be completely different. They've got a target on their back. They've got high expectations. They didn't have that a year ago. So I think it'll depend on kind of how this season goes. And also whether, again, a Bradley Beal wants out of Washington, whether he'll be at a point where another year of losing makes him say, you know what, enough is enough. And he tells their GM, Tommy Shepard, I want out.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, thank you. And always love having you on the show. And we'll continue to discuss this as it unfolds. Thank you.
You got it, Cass.